All right, 40K enthusiasts, I wanted to post up dice etiquette, or I should say my opinion of dice etiquette in Warhammer 40,000, but certainly this applies to any type of war game. But I believe it's important for 40K because in 40K, you are rolling fistfuls of dice. You are rolling a lot of dice. And not only do you not want any misunderstanding, you don't want your opponent to think you're cheating, you also want to make sure that you don't miss any dice or you don't miss any opportunities in rolling. You know, you have hits that should have been misses or misses that should have been hits or wounds that should have been assigned and not assigned. So this is good etiquette to not only allow your opponent to see what you're doing so they don't feel cheated, but also as a checks and balance to make sure that you don't miss any dice. So here's kind of how I would do this. Let's say we've got a squad of 5 Dark Angels advancing. They're in range, they're going to shoot. So I'd say, okay, this unit here is going to shoot into your cultists. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I pull out the dice. I have a pool of dice over on the side. I pull out the dice and I leave it next to the unit for a second based on the corresponding weapons. If there was a special weapon in there or a weapon with different dice, you know, either AP or strength or whatever, I'd put that over to there. So bolters, special weapon or heavy weapon. I allow my opponent to see the dice that I'm going to roll. So they know, hey, double tap, double tap, double, 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've made sure I didn't shortchange myself on the dice. So I lay those dice out, pause a second, pick them up. I need 3s to hit. I tell my opponent what I need to hit. I remind myself what I need to hit. Let the dice stand for a second. I pull off any misses. I leave the hits. If we have a die that's not flat, can I do this one-handed? Well, if the die is not flat, then I will re-roll it. I won't do any leaners. Actually, I won't. Here we go. If we have something like that, I won't do this. Oh, if I can balance a die on it, that's real old school. If you can balance a die, it's good. So you would have guys with a 6. You'd have something like this, right? You roll a 6. It's key for the game, you know, against that HQ in the back. And guys are building dice pyramids to try and justify, I can balance it. I can do it. No, if it's not flat, I re-roll. If it's off the table, I re-roll. Either on the floor. Of course, anytime my dice go to the floor, they're automatic 6s. If I roll it off the table, you know, re-roll everything on the table, and I roll in the area here. So if it's this unit shooting, I'm not going to roll far away so my opponent can't see. You know, I'm not going to be like, okay, over here, hits, misses, wounds. Okay, 3 wounds, take them. No, like, do it near the unit so they can see. So we roll out. Those are my hits. Those are my wounds. I leave the dice here. I let my opponent see how many armor saves they have to make or you know, see how many automatic kills there are on there. Or is that hit or was that wounds? Now I even lost track. Those were hits because it's only 5 dudes shooting. So now I got to roll for wounds. I tell them how many wounds I got to roll. 4 or higher to wound you, right? Marine on marine action. Pause. And again, kind of pull off, let them see. So 4 dead, 4 armor saves, 4 whatever you're going to do. I leave these here until my opponent takes their losses. Then when they're done, I clear it off. You know, then we go to the next unit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, say I have another combat squad. So they're going to shoot at your Chaos Marines now. I need 3s to hit. Pull off my misses. Let my opponent see them. Everything's flat. I need, regular bolter ammo. I need 4s to wound. 2, 4, 5 saves. And back and forth. This lets my opponent see them and not feel cheated. And this allows me to make sure that, like, hey, I was playing, Tyranids and I need 4 to hit. So I need 4s to hit. Wait, I'm playing Marines. I need 3s to hit. So actually, this is a hit. You know, it's a great way if you play multiple armies or multiple scenarios to kind of remind yourself of what's going on. And pausing and doing it not at a super slow pace, but at a slow enough pace that your opponent can see it. So there's absolutely no doubt in their mind that you're rolling honestly, effectively, and at any time they can see it and kind of follow along with it.